Hello, welcome to Card Readings. I'm Margaret. If you like, subscribe, put your thumbs up, leave a comment down the bottom, share if you want. This is about me, how I dealt with Cobra, and what may be the outcome in a good way or a bad way. And it's called Grow Up Margaret Power. Because power can be a good thing or a bad thing. It can work towards you or against you. And I feel like this is going to be one of them things, okay? Grow Up's about a lady in politics. I don't know what side she's on, but I'll say on the YouTube now, where she goes, grow up, be an adult, take a jab, and she's quite voiceful about it, powerful about it. So that's where it came from. I would highly watch it if I was you, because it's quite interesting in it. And it's kind of connected to that. The other thing, before I start my story on it, how I dealt with it, it's quite different, because one thing that I fully believe, and always will believe in, is people can do what they want, in the sense where I didn't wear a mask. Every person I've been around, I say to them, because some of them wore masks, some of them didn't, and I will say to these people, it's your choice what you want to do. If you want to wear a mask, that's okay. If you didn't want to wear a mask, that's okay too. It's up to you. I'm not going to force it on you, okay? And that's the thing I always said right from the word go, okay? And with the vaccines, tested, I was fine with it, okay? I let them do it. I didn't have any of these things, but I let them do it because it makes them feel safe, and it's about making yourself feel safe, and that's what it was for them. So going with that, I'm going to tell you a story about me, how I dealt with it, and I'm hoping people will watch this. I know certain people will watch this and maybe stand back and think about their reaction or the whole COVID thing. I'm hoping this is where it's going to come to. So it started with 2019. It was about November, December. People were starting to talk about the COVID situation. Not in the sense of using COVID, but we're giving hints about COVID, okay? So I knew what's coming along. That's okay. So it came to January, February, and certain things were coming up. You see the people in the buses wearing masks, you 1.5 distances. That's okay. And through that, I was on two jobs. One with the quick pick cleaning team, and the other one was with the green team cleaning team. So that's okay. I think I was with Quick Pick first. This is the first bit that came along. Quick Pick. I'm having issues at this job. I won't get into it because it's nothing to do with COVID, right? But it got to a point where I said to, because the main boss came in, the supervisor came in, and I'm talking to her about this problem. I said to her, look, I'm only going to stay to at least end of this year. This till COVID's over, and because I don't believe in COVID, but I feel like it might be helpful for me to stay on, okay? So she knew I didn't believe in COVID. She knew straight away I had issues with the whole story behind COVID, so that's okay. So that came along. A couple of days later, she comes to me because of this other issue, and she says to me, Margaret, we're going to have to let you go because of COVID. All the jobs have been cut back because there's no people in, so you don't need to clean it, right? So we're going to have to let you go, okay? So that's okay. That's fine. I'm okay with it. No issue. I don't have to do with COVID with the quick team, right? So that's fine. And I can't remember if it was the same year or same time or a couple of months later, I'm at a job with the green team, and the main boss said to me, Margaret, you're going to have to wear a mask. I thought, okay, see how far this would go. So I put it on for about 6 weeks to 8 weeks, and I said, stuff this, I'm over it. I'm taking it off. And I just wore the mask as a headband. Kind of, I like the colours, it was bright, I liked that, the headband. So that's okay. everyone knew I wasn't wearing a mask. I would go to supermarkets, I'll go to my work, the main area of the work, other job sites. Everyone knew I wasn't going to wear a mask. Everyone, I mean everyone. So I think it was a couple months later, about 6 months later, I'm at the green team cleaning place, and we're talking about COVID, and I turned to one of the people and go, if COVID was real, I say to him, I should be in jail, I should have a fine, I should have had COVID, I should have passed COVID on, I should be dead. The boss of the green team walks past and goes, Margaret, I'm going to bake you a cake. And I didn't realise to that night what he meant. He actually meant, because you're going to jail, I'm going to bake you a cake. Because we all know the story about cakes in jail, right? So that's okay. So the main boss is, you're going to make me a chocolate cake. That was my thing with him, okay? So everyone across the green team knows I'm not wearing a mask, and I'm taking the joke as a chocolate cake thing, okay? So that's okay. And it came to, I think it was July, August, about June, July, all right? And I get called into the office, the secretary area, and they go, Margaret, at the uni, people saw you're not wearing a mask, you need to wear a mask. I go, no, I'm not wearing a mask. Simply say I'm not wearing a mask. And she goes, why? No one else is wearing it. Why should I wear it, right? This is so phony. I haven't been wearing it for the last 18 months. Why should I wear a mask now? What's the difference, right? So that's okay. I think I wore it for about 30 seconds at the uni, and then I took it off. So that's okay. Through that, I think it was a week or two later, I'm at a hall in Bendigo. So the nurse says to me, Margaret, you need to wear a mask. I just looked at it. I didn't say that to her, but I just left it. Didn't talk to her about it. So that's okay. I think a week or two after that, what was I doing? I'm at the uni house. I call it the uni house because it's a place where your students, where they're studying, nurses and doctors, go to the house to stay when they're doing their studying, right? I'm at this house, and you got a toilet. It's blocked because they think someone has COVID at this house, right? The uni house. And the person overtook the main person who's doing the job as a cleaner, the main supervisor, I suppose you can call it. She comes in and goes, because the toilet's downstairs next to the kitchen, okay? And she goes to me, Margaret, when you do the toilets, this one especially, you have to glove out, you have to put it on your IPP, like your mask and all that. And I turned to her, because she said, there's a guy upstairs, we think he might have COVID. Okay, she said, we think he has COVID. So that's okay, and I say to her, no. And because she said, why? And that's fine, you can say, well, ask why. So I said to her, well, you got people in the kitchen, your students in the kitchen with no masks on, 1. 2, if you think this person has COVID, this whole site will be locked down, okay? 3, we would have been notified by this. We wouldn't be here if we think someone had COVID. And then she turns to me, we're not sure, and that's why it's too open. So I turned to her again and said to her, so it's okay for us to come in where you think someone might have COVID, so we probably would catch COVID, is it? And she just looks at me and goes, well, that's how it is, right? Fine, that's fine. Just left it. So what happened? So she asked me to ask this other person to do it, because this is a person who would go by the guidelines. She was doing the RQ, I think it's called RQ, and wearing a mask doing the whole thing, right? So they asked me to ask her to do it. So I go and ask this girl to do it, and she goes, no. Maybe because she thinks she's going to catch Cobra, right? So I go back to this other lady who's running the whole cleaning side of this building. This person's not going to go in. Fine, I probably knew that. So what happened at the end, I said to her, this is a lot of S. I won't say the word because I know kids are watching. There's a lot of S. I'm doing it, but I'm not going to wear my gloves and all my mask. I'm just going to do it. And she just looks at me. And I don't know what happened through that bit, but I did go into the bathroom, didn't wear gloves, didn't wear mask, didn't use apron. I must admit, for a bathroom, I should have worn my gloves because it's a bathroom, but I didn't wear gloves. That's all right. So I was really breaking all the rules related to the whole Cobra situation, right? So that's okay. I think I talked to them about it, but that's okay, that's fine. A week later, I think it was a week later, the uni itself, where you're studying to be a doctor or nurse, her boss from the green team, the main boss, came in with his student ordering, like actually texting, tagging when you do stuff related to your PowerPoints and all that. So that's all right. I see him without a mask. I have no mask on. I can't remember if he wore a mask or not, but I didn't wear a mask, right? So I looked down and, hi, are you making me a chocolate cake? You know, that's the joke, chocolate cake, right? So he goes, hi, Margaret, how are you? And I go, yeah, good, yeah, yada, yada, yada. So we were upstairs in the office, we come down to the other area. So I go in, and I forgot they were there. And I forgot the mask, but I forgot them there, and then there's the kitchen area I had to clean, and they were at the kitchen area. I go, oh, that's right, they're there. I might ask them about the kitchen. So I go up to them without a mask on, no gloves, no mask, okay. Walk up to them and say to them, I just said to them, do you want me to do the kitchen? No, yeah, we'll go in a few minutes, yeah, you can do the kitchen. So they knew I didn't have a mask on. The boss and his son knew I didn't have a mask on. So that's okay. And that's through this time when we go to uni, there is a young guy studying being a doctor. And we know he's there. We say hi to him. He's a lovely guy. And we always say a distance apart. It's just, not because of Cobra. Well, for me, it wasn't about the Cobra. It was about, that's how it was. It's just how it was. We were a distance apart. So I get called into the office with the secretary and the person who's running the cleaning jobs related to the uni. They go to me, Margaret, someone told me that you guys aren't wearing a mask, yada, yada, yada. And I know, well, this lady is the person with me, so she's okay, but I'm not wearing a mask. It's as simple as that, I'm not wearing a mask. And I was quite firm. I was more like, no, I'm not wearing a mask, just like that. And my voice might be a bit tiny higher, don't know, but I just said, no, I'm not wearing a mask. That's exactly what I said, okay? No, I'm not wearing a mask. And they go, why? Because you guys aren't wearing it. Why should I? 2, I haven't been wearing it for at least 20 months. Well, 18 months, I should say, through the whole COVID thing. Nothing happened. I haven't passed it on to them. They haven't passed it on to me. So I know it's all a fact, right? So that's okay. And they go, you have to wear a mask. And she goes, if you don't want to wear a mask, go to the doctor and get something done, right? You know, you sign something, I don't know what it is, but that's okay. And I said to her, no, because if I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to lie to the doctor or anyone else. So that's how it is. And they go, you have to wear a mask when you're at this place. And they go, and then they go to me, it's rules that you have to wear a mask inside. No, yeah, something along that line, anyway. And then the person looking after the cleaning side of the building, he brought out a list of what you have to do and don't do, right? That's okay. And then then they go to me, well, you have to wear it inside. And I go, well, you guys have to. You have to wear your mask. You have to wear a mask inside. So if you guys aren't going to do, why do I have to? And then the lady goes to me, well, we say the 1.5 distances, we have our armed officers, we're allowed to. And I go, well, technically, if you watch the media and the news, doesn't matter if you're inside or outside, you have to wear a mask. As the guidelines of the COBA, right? And they goes, but no. And I go, yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. That's why restaurants have been closed because of that, because everyone has to wear a mask. It's 1.5 meters. You have to wear a mask. And they go, okay, but this the unis thing. I go, yeah, but it's the same. And they go, well, at the end of the day, you have to wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, yeah, whatever. And I said, well, I'm not wearing a mask. And then they go to me, well, it's your choice. It's up to you what you want to do. But if you're not wearing a mask, you can't work. That's okay. So I said to them, well, I'm not working. I'm not wearing a mask, okay? And it came to the point where I said to them, okay, because I was working with Southern Cross, places like Disability Services, what's the other one, the uni, and one or two other places, okay? So I said to her, if I can't work at the uni, what about the other place? They said, we'll get back to you on this, okay? And so that's okay. I go home that night. I think I worked with Channel 10 at this stage, so I worked that day with Channel 10. And I thought to myself, I understand, well, one, no one's been around us in the uni, all but one person, and we are way apart, like a good 20 feet apart. So I don't know why they're using this. And then I thought to myself, a week ago, I just walked into a bathroom with no gloves, no mask, no cloths, and it might have COBA in it. Wouldn't that be a bad excuse to get rid of me inside, telling me that one person 20 feet away telling me you have to wear a mask? I thought, wouldn't the toilet situation would have been better in that? So that's where I came from. That, and I thought, oh, that's okay. So they came to the following day, get an email, say, Margaret, we're going to have to let you stand down because you're not going to wear a mask, and you talk quite rude, raise your voice to the staff. Maybe the mask, but not raising my voice. If anyone knows me out there, we know I do not raise my voice. And if I raise my voice, there's a reason behind it. But I never raise my voice, okay? So that's okay. So I've been at home, just watching cars, doing art, doing missing people, stuff like that. So I had about $4,500 in my bank, and I didn't spend a lot of it. In general, I just used it for rent and food and bills, okay, and that's fine. But it came to a post that was yesterday, okay, I went to the bank yesterday, and I only got $40 in the bank now. I don't want pity, I don't want money, but this is where this is going to come into it, and that's where that bit ends, because I haven't been to work for about 3 to 4 months, okay. I have no money on me. I only got about $40 to $50, okay. And that's fine. I knew this might come along. I knew this might be the issue. But I'm choosing this for this reason. Because how I look at this, if you look at the whole COBA thing, you can't go into houses back then. You can't work without a jab now. You have to wear a mask. You have to be tested. That kind of stuff. You're seeing it. Vaccine passport, right? And yeah, that's so good and dandy if you believe in it and you want to get it, right? But if you're like me, or million people out there doing marches, don't believe in COBA, it would be in the same situation where you got to a point where you have no money on you, right? So you think, this is how I look at it, because this is the same with my family. and I'll share that bit with you later. But what happened with this is, okay, I'm not going to get a jab, not wearing a mask, right? So how I look at this, if I went to job seeker, sell a link, and say to them, I need to go and sell a link, I have not got a job, right? If they ask, well, I'll use this first, but if they say to me why I chose not to wear a mask and I am not going to have a jab, right? You think they're going to give me money over that? I mean, I can go out. I'm not allergic to eggs or anything like that, so I can get jabs. I can use material masks. There's nothing wrong with them. I have worn for a bit. Through that 6 weeks, I have no issues with them, right? So I can do it. So I just choose not to do it, right? So because of that, where I'm not doing the jobs. I'm not going to a job and having their job quarantine where I'm not going to wear a mask and not going to get vaccine, right? And I don't use the RQ thing, whatever it's called, right? So I'm not doing anything related to COVID. Do you think people are going to hire me over that? And because of that, because I'm not meeting people criteria, I can't say what they want me to do. You think I'm going to get the money for selling it? Because I'm not meeting their criteria. And on top of that, Reselling let me come in because I don't have vaccines. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't have any proof that I had it or don't have it. I haven't been using the RQs, nothing. So that's how I look at it. So it's going to get to a point where we're all going to have to make a choice, right? And then to a point, if I go home homeless because I'm not paying rent, not paying the bills because I have no money, don't have a job, over a mask and vaccine, right? If I go in being homeless, will anyone pick me up because I don't have a vaccine? Not wearing a mask. Yeah, so where will I go later on? Because there's no thing there for me. I'm sure, like what do you call it, Salvation Army, the Red Cross, and that wouldn't pick me up. Why would they pick me up if they know I might have COVID? Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Okay, and that's where I'm kind of making you all think about this. It is one of those things with something. Doesn't matter what it is. You can use it in a good way, your power in a good way or a bad way. Because if I'm doing this, I wonder if anyone else is doing this same thing. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. Like, is everyone going to go on that same line? But at the same time, it's that how such is this, and we all heard about no one's allowed to go to your house, okay? And I thought I'll share this with you because this is where I call. This is abuse, and this is you take away people's rights, okay? And this is where I'm going to put this into this, okay? 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I get a phone call from my brother. He goes, Margaret, we're doing a Christmas party on the 19th. We do this every year, right? On the 19th, do you want to come? I'll think about it. And he goes, but the only thing is you need to have your vaccine and you need proof of it. And I turned to him, well, I haven't had vaccines. I'm not going to get a vaccine, right? He asked me why. I said, I just don't want to get it. No major reason. Don't want to get it, right? And then he goes to me, do you want to get the facts, like numbers of people dying or having COVID, something along that line? And I go, no, don't really want to know about it. That kind of thing. So that's okay. He goes, okay, I'll give you a couple of days to think about it. And that's okay. Okay, about 2 days ago, he rings me up again. Has anything changed? Nope. I said, the only thing I said to him, even if I wanted to do it now, it's probably too late. Because I'm sure, I think you have to have 2 doses of the vaccine now. Because it's into the November time. And I said to him, nah, and if I want to, I don't think I could anyway. So he said, yeah, you can do one now and one in 3 weeks' time, so you'll be fine. Okay, well, yeah, okay, but I'm still not going to take the vaccine. I'm not going to do it, right? So, again, me and my family are not doing something over COVID. So, again, it's kind of like these people last year who wanted to spend the time together with the big family, and I want to put 2 people out there to have a big family. Couldn't do it because of COVID. And that's why I'm doing this. Because I think, like I said, power can be a good thing. You can do it in a good way or a bad way. And this is why I'm doing it, because I know other people are probably going through the same thing. But I don't care who you are. You have to think about the outcome of something. If you're going to put something out there, it doesn't matter what it is, you have to think about the outcome of it. Is it good for everyone? Is it good for whatever you want to do it for? Like if it is a media thing, yeah, it'd be good for you. It's a media thing, but is it good for everyone else? If it's just good for me, Margaret, but is it good for everyone else? That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said power can be a good thing and a bad thing. And that's why I used to say in politics, when she goes, grow up, be an adult, take a jab. I get the importance of safety, yada, yada, yada. I get that. And I understand where you're coming from. But when you don't give out the right information, doesn't matter if it's related to how you catch it and what it is, and how you can invent it, to what they put on the media, the whole march, so politics. None of it makes sense. A lot of it contradicts itself in the media. It contradicts itself, and this is why I'm using that word, grow up, Margaret. Power, because doesn't matter if it's, like I said, the grow up and being the adult stuff can be related to anything. The other thing they put out there with her, someone else in the parliament, I don't know who it is, they meant to pass her phone number on some kind of media thing. And I looked at that and I thought to myself, yeah, politics going to do that. It's the highest job you probably can do in the world, and they're going to put out something that they know you shouldn't be doing. That makes sense too, and that's about power again. So I'm going to leave this for you. I hope you like it, hope you understand it, and see where I'm coming from. Like I said, I don't follow the march. I don't believe in all that kind of stuff. I don't follow anything related to COVID, but I want people to take action in what they're doing, okay, to the whole COVID thing. Does this make sense? Doesn't this make sense? If we're going to do this, how is this going to help people, and is this going to harm people, okay? So, like you want, subscribe you want, thumbs up you want, share if you want, leave a comment underneath, and I'll leave it for you now. Bye.